Hello, my lovelies. I'm SJ, and this is Infinite Fire Readings. Thank you so much for being here. I assist with manifestation, and I also do sort of card readings as well in order to do this, private card readings and just guidance as well to assist with each of our journeys and your individual journeys. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the idea of what a prosperity mindset is and how to really get into the place of living in the end quite easily, actually. Because if you are focusing on abundance and wealth and prosperity in particular, this is going to shift you straight there if you do it accurately and correctly. And it feels really, really good. And I don't think you'll look back. I think you'll understand that, yeah, this is correct. This is true abundance and prosperity. And then it can all start flowing in from there as well and start growing and building for you. So let's get into it. It's I'm reading from Money Love by Jerry Gillies again. And this is what he says here, the little part I've highlighted. So it says, many people are committing what I call temporary suicide by shutting off potentially alive and enriching moments for fear of what it will cost, or feeling that they don't deserve to fully live and enjoy. The single most important financial freedom is knowing you can have a good and full life, whether you are rich or not. Prosperity is living easily and happily in the real world, whether you have money or not. This is really important. So when he says temporary suicide as well, what I see him to be saying is they're just shutting off from living a full and abundant life. So they're basically, just doing the 9-to-5 grind or doing whatever it is that they think they have to do to get by. But that's not living, that's getting by. It's not, what's the point? What's the point? Life is meant to be abundant and full of incredible experiences and vitality. I truly believe that. And calmness and all of it. If you're doing it to get by, is that really living a life that you want to live? You're going to, what's the point? You'll get to the end of it. You look back at that and you're just getting by until you got to the end of it. Life is right now. Life is right now. And that's all it's ever going to be. Always. That's just a fact. It's always just going to be right now. So basically, yeah, what this comment really resonates with me is when I spoke earlier in a video about manifesting money mindset, how if you're living in the end state when you're manifesting your money mindset, what does that look like? And then taking bits and pieces from that you can already implement and starting it. Even if it's as simple as I wash my face every morning. Do that if you're not doing it. Just start doing it because that's part of the abundance. You don't need to inhale and exhale money physically in order to be wealthy. In fact, breathing and being alive is 1000% part of abundance. The creation of this entire fucking universe is fucking amazing and abundant. It is so incredible. Life is so incredible. And if you're putting it down to just wealth as in dollars, there is just so much more than that you want that money for. You've got to recognize that. You've got to recognize why you want the abundance that you seek. It's not for itself. It's for the experiences and the lifestyle that you're living. That's what you seek it for. Look at really, really, really what it is that you're wanting the abundance for. What is it that it's going to give you? There might be aspects of it that, sure, more money is required in your current life to have the thing you want, though you're on your way there. What are the things right now that you want, that you can have and can implement with the current resources that you have? What are those things? Those are the things you can implement now. And now is the moment you're alive. Now is when it's all happening. So do it now, because then it's done. That's instant manifestation for you there. Ranting a little bit. Relevant though. All right, so just to recap that, the single most important financial freedom is knowing you can have a good and full life whether you are rich or not. Prosperity is living easily and happily in the real world whether you have money or not. So do the things now that you can do now that are abundant to you now. If you have been putting off going for a long drive, or taking a day off work to go to the beach and just chill, or starting that creative project because to do with money, but you can ask for that day off, and you would be able to ask for and request and implement that. That is your abundance. Abundance is more than just focusing on it being over here. It's implementing the life that you want to have now into your existence. That is true abundance. So for me, it was like, no, I'm not going to work in an office anymore. I do not like it. It is crappy for me. Some people like that. Good. That's incredible. There's so much abundance out there. I could go and get one if I really wanted to now. It's not like I'm, it's like it's there. The option's there. But I'm like, well, there's so much more to life for me than that. What does that mean for me? And I feel so much more abundant living the way that I live now than I did getting by. That's what I'm saying. And you will find a way. You will find resources. When there is a will, there is a way. If you're scared of asking for that one day off and just starting to give yourself a taste of the life you want to live because of money, that's crazy. Especially when you can implement it now. Life is right now. This was a big rant. This was a big, big rant. Though it's super, super important because it does continue and now does travel into the future. And at this stage, as human beings in this current ego form, there is a certain amount of time. And hopefully that's an old concept at some point. Though at this current point, there's a limited time to be in this ego form. And that's true of all of the universe. It's always shifting and forming. So if in this current life, in this current form of yourself, you want to have certain things and you can implement them now, look at your current age and where you're at in your life and just implement. Just implement now. Start washing your face. Ask for the fucking day off. Ask for it. Because there's no point in waiting to live later when there's only now. That is your abundance. And the more you start to do that, the more you start to implement your lifestyle that you want, the more natural it becomes, the more it's going to be easy to do that. If you get suddenly the job shifts or things change because you're living more in fulfillment with what is right for you, that's your growth spurt, and that means that you are shifting more and more into that place. Life is an adventure. It's fun. And you can do anything you want here. Bless that it's well and good for yourself and others around you as best as possible. So that is how you basically get into an abundant state immediately. Whatever that thing is, I'm doing this for Patreon as well, more action-based things. So whatever that one thing is that you've been putting off, that you know that you can implement now, that you can afford, and I'm not talking about like, oh, but I can't afford it because if I do that, then I won't, this is like, if you have the funds for it, this is a mindset thing. If you have the funds for it, which he talks about as well, you can afford it. You can. If you have the ability to create more wealth in some way, shape, or form, and you can create enough wealth to afford the thing that you want to do, you can afford it. It's really getting into your headspace. Take the day off. Implement the thing that you want to do that you've been putting off. That's my little bit of homework assignment. Shall you choose to accept? And watch your life change. That one thing you've been putting off, action it. Action it now, and you're going to start seeing the power of acting in now and the power of implementing your manifestations into fruition now. Because all it is just step by step living that lifestyle. It's not like it's all poof, just one thing and then it's done. It's continuous. It's ongoing. Abundance is always ongoing because life is ongoing. Existence is ongoing. All right. Hopefully there was some information. I intend that you got some golden nuggets out of this. I do. Please feel free to comment below as well your thoughts, insights, successes that you've had as well with living in the moment, with coming into an abundance mindset right now and implementing things you want right now. And yeah, like, subscribe if you haven't already. You can also check out my Patreon below where we do activity-based things to get you into the mindset that you want to be in. And I have a Facebook group you can join as well where we can open up the discussion. I'm always learning and growing and happy to continue to learn and grow with all of you as well. that's your video. Have a wonderful space time wherever you are, and I will catch you in your next video reading. That's all. I'm just getting to the 10-minute mark at this point because I'm nearly there. Bye.